This is some footage of my unfortunately failed attempt at pairing two lightning maroon clownfish. Maroon clownfish have a reputation for being very mean, and I would say that's certainly well deserved. I didn't purchase these guys as a pair, however they were in tanks with other clownfish. I picked out these two specifically for their patterns. Actually, there was another male in with the female, and he was pretty beat up. That should have been my first clue that this might not work out. When I brought them home into quarantine, I originally placed them together. However, they immediately fought, and the female prevented the male from eating. As soon as I put up the divider, the male acted normal, and he started eating well. They ate a variety of frozen foods, and the male quickly recovered from his initial beatings. After a few more days, I decided to try and pair them again. Initially, it looked like it would go okay. You can see they did a little bit of the submission dance. It looked like they were well on their way to pairing. Unfortunately though, the female once again beat the hell out of the male, and he had some pretty tattered fins. She eventually pushed him into the corner where he would basically remain all the time. He was always in either the very top corner or the very bottom corner. And every time I tried to feed, she would eat all the food, or at least chase him to prevent him from eating. I separated them again, got the male fattened up, and his torn fins once again recovered. You can see the male does fight back, so you think he would be able to hold his own. Unfortunately though, it just got worse and worse. It got to the point where he would just lay on his side here, but when the female would come after him, he would still have the energy to fight back. I probably should have separated them longer. They were in quarantine for about 3 weeks. Since they were going into a tank with no other fish, I wasn't too worried about a longer term quarantine. I just wanted to fatten them up and get them used to each other. I'm not saying I got bad advice, but several people did tell me that since she hadn't killed them yet, it was probably going to be okay. Especially since they were showing some mating behavior, or at least male-female behavior. You can see here the male actually did chase the female a bit, despite the fact his fins were getting pretty torn. This was actually the last day they were together. When I went to check on the tank later, the male had passed away, and the female was still attacking the dead body. I'm not really sure what I could do differently. I was really sad to lose the male. I was really hoping to have a pair, especially since I have a single naked clownfish in my other tank. But now I'm left with just a single female in this tank. I am happy to say she is looking great in the display tank, and I probably will try and pair her with another male in the future. This is just a warning that pairing maroon clownfish doesn't always work out. Thanks for watching, and happy reefing.